Good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at. Pioneer Girl here. So this is the room build portion of the Decade CAS and Room Build Challenge by JustSimmerAmy. So now I'm working on the room, and I decided to go with a bedroom. I don't know, just decided to go that route. This was, in many ways, more difficult for me than the CAS challenge was, because I was having a harder time just kind of finding stuff online to tell me like what kind of stuff they would have had. I did find some information, but then I was trying to find some pictures to go off of, and a lot of what I found was just like modern rooms that had been sort of like remodeled, refurbished, whatever, to kind of have a 70s vibe to it. And so it was hard for me to find stuff that actually told me like what they would have had in the 70s. And like some of the pictures, they had wooden floors, but I wasn't sure if that was like a 70s thing. I don't remember if floors were around in the 70s. Sorry, not floors, of course they had floors, but I don't remember wooden floors necessarily. I think later on I remember seeing them, but not necessarily in the 70s as far as wooden floors. So I'm like, was that just kind of part of the modern build? They just left the wooden floors, but they did other things like the way the type of bedspreads they put on, or the coloring of painting of the wall, or things like that. So this one, I had a harder time trying to put this one together in terms of really finding that 70s vibe that really said 70s to me. Also, I do change the bed later on. I did try to do a little bit of research as best I could. In fact, a couple times I ended up doing it during this video, so you'll see a little bit of kind of everything will kind of stop for a minute, and that's because I actually was on my phone trying to look up a couple things. I do have this, I believe I have this speeded up to 4 times, so it doesn't stop for very long. It was actually a lot longer in real life, where I was stopping to kind of look up, do a little bit of research. And one of the things I was trying to do was look at the styles in the Sims. They've got like styles like, I figured all the different ones. Shotgun, Queen Anne, Cosmulux, and Boho, and all that. And I think Boho, as best as I can tell, was a 70. It was kind of in the 70s. I think I kind of get that idea, and maybe not just the 70s, but I think it was kind of a 70s thing. And then I want to say Contemporary was the other one that I think also I kind of got the idea that maybe that might have been. I can't speak today, might have been around in the 70s. There's also Suburban Contemporary, and for the life of me, I cannot figure out the difference between Contemporary and Suburban Contemporary. I tried looking that up, and Google was not being very helpful. It was giving me all kinds of information, except in some cases, it would give me blank versus blank that had nothing to do with Contemporary, and Suburban Contemporary was some other style altogether. And I'm like, I'm looking up Suburban Contemporary versus Contemporary. Anyway, going on. So I did do that, and so I kind of used the filters to look for boho and contemporary, as far as some of the room style. The bed, I really like that bed. I really thought it was kind of cute, and that kind of geometrical design type of thing. I thought, that would have been a good one. But I do end up changing it later on and going with a bed that was under the contemporary filter. Even though I liked the style of this bed, I just felt like the contemporary bed was more fitting to the room. And this one, I was kind of afraid that it was more of a kind of in a different era, kind of an older era style bed, as far as the bed itself. Not so much the bedspread, I think that would have been perfect, but the actual bed itself, the style of that, I just felt like, it doesn't really match. So, but yeah, this one was hard. I mean, I was not finding a lot of stuff and then trying to figure out how to how to place it. I think this is one of those times where I actually stopped for quite a bit of time. So if you can imagine, in real life, this was actually a lot longer. But yeah, there I go again. Yeah, I just kind of stopped for a while, quite a while there, looking up stuff. I went with her. Some of the pictures that I was seeing kind of showed this kind of an avocado olive green. So that's what I ended up going with in hindsight. Because I probably should have maybe gone with a different color. It was hard for me to think, kind of decide like what would be a good color and what were the popular colors back then. This seemed to be a very popular color. It definitely does not go with her outfit. If you're talking about her outfit matching her room, as far as the color scheme, because her outfit is more of a bluish green, as you can kind of see. So I would like to take a moment to remind everybody that I am planning on doing a intro / Q&A video when I get to the 50 subscribers. That's still in the plans. I'm currently sitting at 30. So yeah, right now I've been kind of looking at doing the face cam idea, but then I've also seen to where people have built their sim self or whatever and family whatever in CAS, and then as they're doing that they kind of talk about themselves and whatever, kind of do their introduction, talk about themselves, whatever. Mine would be probably done, if I did that, would be done as a voiceover, very similar to the way I do my videos now, where I've already screen recorded everything I'm doing and then I voice over at a later date. So that's how that would get done. So let me know in the comments down below which one you think I should do, what your ideas are. Maybe you have a different idea of what I should do. So let me know. And also, while you're at it, if you're enjoying this video, give it a like. Comment on the, comment on what you think of the video. And so like I said, give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you have, I greatly appreciate it. I also appreciate all the friendly comments and all that, and I do read them all. And I kind of like try to respond back to most of them. And then and share the video. Feel free to share it. I greatly appreciate all that too. I feel like I should be getting very close to the end of the video. I'm not sure, but I feel like I've done several attempts on this voiceover, and I feel like I should be at a point where this is getting close to the final reveal of the room. So yeah, and also let me know what you think of the room. I don't know that it really screamed 70s vibe 100%. I don't have all the packs and I don't have any of the CC, so this was a tricky one. I just couldn't find the vibes that I wanted as far as 70s. A 70s room. I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe it's okay. Tell me what you think. Does it look 70s to you or not? I am kind of in debate on that one. Part of me thinks, yeah, it's parts of it are pretty good. Parts of me are like, not so much. I don't know. That's just me. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and we will catch y'all later. Goodbye.